Welcome back to the Magic of Leland. Today I'm going to do a quick review on Sure Shot right after this. If you're not familiar with Sure Shot is a device for a bill or a pin through bill penetration. It's right in here. So we'll pop this open. I've used this quite a bit. I guess the question becomes, how many magical markers does a magician need? As many as he can get his hands on, right? So far I've got at least 3 or 4, which I didn't bring them all out. But Sure Shot, and I just put it down and I don't know which one's it. So let me see. They all look the same after a while. It's not that one. There it is. And that's the problem of carrying all these different Sharpies. They all pretty much look the same. So you really have to use your pocket management to figure out what's what. So Sure Shot is a way to penetrate a paper, a card, or a dollar bill. Usually a dollar bill is what I use this with. It looks exactly like a marker. So it's unsuspecting. It's just it's familiar to everybody, and of course, like they say, Sharpies are the new magic wand. So I can use the wand to make a coin disappear. Anything. I can keep it in my pocket, and then when I'm ready to perform it, I use it. I like it, and it just takes some getting used to, because, and I'll show you. Here we go. So this is my previous pen through a dollar bill or anything. I use it for pen through dollar bill. Very simple, very basic. If you're familiar with the gimmick, it sounds something like this, and I'll kind of put it up to the mic. All right, that's what it sounds like. Not bad. So there's a certain strength involved with the gimmick. With Sure Shot, and again I put it down, I want to make sure I have the right one. This is it. This is what it sounds like when you're doing the routine. So you can see that there's a difference in attraction. Let's call it that, attraction. It's a little bit more powerful. And because it's more powerful, it's very, very secure. And because it's very, very secure, what tends to happen when you take the the Sure Shot out of the, if you know how it's set up, this is what happens to it. Yeah. So Sure Shot's in there. You pull it out, and it's so powerful that it rips the bill apart or the piece of paper. Not playing cards, but so you have to be very careful. So I like to borrow money, because if I borrow it, most of the time, if they like what I've done, then they let me keep it. So when someone brings out, I say, anybody have a dollar bill or any sort of bill, they give it to me, and I look at it, and if it's all old and wrinkly, I don't perform it, because I know this is probably what's going to happen. You can manage this by just being very careful. But I choose not to take that chance. I've already done this a few times in front of my performance, my audience, and I come across this, and I look pretty bad. So in order to avoid that, I get the dollar bill, I take a good look at it, and then I make the decision right then and there whether I want to perform it or not. If it's a pretty old, raggedy bill, I choose not to do it. If it's a pretty crisp new dollar bill, then I feel confident that I can do it. Again, I love it. It's just that this is the drawback right here. Yes, it's pretty powerful. Sure Shot, and this is my other gimmick. This is what it sounds like. So you can see the attraction is less. So when you remove it, and when you do the removal, it's not as magnetic, let's just call it that. So there's some with the Sure Shot, you just have to be very careful with that. Otherwise, I do like it. It looks exactly like a marker. So when you perform it, you give the dollar bill back, you put this in your pocket, and nobody suspects anything because everybody's looking at the dollar bill, trying to figure out. Some people will ask me, let me look at the marker, and yes, you can switch it out because I put it back in my pen inside the coat pocket or in my vest, and I reach out for my other one, which looks exactly. So one of these is a real marker, one of these is the Sure Shot. I can tell because I have them, I know exactly which is which, but if you hand it out to somebody, you perform it, by the way, this is a Sure Shot, and then you switch it out, nobody can tell. So it's easy. It's easy, it's very simple. It's a great little routine, very quick, very easy, and like I say, I like to do it because I borrow the dollar bill or the bills, and when you borrow something and perform magic with it, it makes the magic that much more powerful. So I would say get it. So hopefully that was helpful. If it was, please give me a thumbs up. Be sure to share it with your friends, and if you haven't done so, please subscribe, and remember, always keep it amazing.